Now let's talk about one of the most important topics is what is accepted? What can you put in this new cart? This is intended for food waste. We'll talk more about what exactly is considered food waste. It also includes food soiled paper, so things like napkins, paper towels, coffee filters, and tea bags. Um, One thing that I do want to mention is pizza boxes don't have to go or should not be thrown in this cart. They're bulky and they're actually accepted locally by our cardboard recyclers. So continue disposing of your pizza boxes the way you are normally in the cardboard container and not in this food waste container. All right, now that we know food waste is, of course, one of the accepted items in addition to food soiled paper, let's talk a little bit about what is considered food waste. So that is any food that is thrown away instead of being eaten. So that is food that's gone bad. That could be leftovers that you don't eat. That would be food that's still good, but you just don't want. So maybe you made dinner and you didn't finish your plate and you just scrape the plate. That can go in your compost bin. And also parts of the food that we don't typically eat. So think about onion skins, banana peels, eggshells, watermelon rinds, all that food prep that never makes it to the plate. Those types of things can go in here as well. Now, when it comes to food waste, a lot of people might have a little bit of an understanding of composting and thinking about backyard composting. This is different. This is sent to an industrial facility, so it includes all food waste. So that is includes processed foods like pizza, baked goods, pasta, those kinds of things. Any kind of meat, so that can be cooked, it can be raw, it can be bones, it can be dairy. Anything that came from an animal, so seafood, shellfish, cooked or uncooked. Eggs, eggshells are all great. Vegetables, fruits, nuts, beans, of course, if it came from a plant. Coffee, tea, and that even includes fat sugar. So any kind of food, any kind of edible that would be considered food waste that you don't consume, that can go in our food waste container. All right, now we took some time previously to talk about what can go in the cart, and now we want to talk about what cannot go in the cart. So if it's not anything that we talked about previously, the easiest way to describe it. So if it's not food, it's not something you can eat. And if it's not food soiled paper, then it cannot go in this bin. So here's some examples. Milk and juice containers. Sometimes those come in what look like to be a paper carton, but they are lined in plastic. So those are not allowed. Clothing, of course, that's not something you would eat. Electronic, same thing, glass or metal. That would be considered recycling. Hygiene and healthcare, again, can't go in there. Rubber gloves, sometimes you see that usually with like restaurants and stuff like that. But if you do use that for food prep, again, make sure that is not something that will break down. That's got to go separate. Any type of plastic and a lot of things you'll find come with plastic, plastic film, plastic wrap. Even a lot of paper products are lined in plastic. If it's shiny, it's most likely lined in plastic. Most to-go food containers around here, almost all to-go-ware is not compostable. You have to see a certification that it is compostable on the to-go container, and most around here are not. That includes, again, a lot of those paper to-go containers are lined in plastic. That includes coffee cups. Rock and stone, when it comes to like the bulkier stuff and the yard debris, that should not go in these carts. You want to continue disposing of those how you normally would.